Welcome back to Guru of Life, your go-to destination for insightful content on psychology and motivation. Today, we are diving deep into the intriguing yet concerning world of narcissism. We'll unveil the 15 manipulative tactics used by narcissists that you need to be aware of. Narcissists are masters of manipulation, and understanding their tactics is not only enlightening, but also crucial for safeguarding your mental and emotional well-being. In this video, we'll shed light on these tactics, helping you recognize them in your own life and empowering you to protect yourself from falling victim to manipulation. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button if you're ready to uncover the truth about narcissistic behavior. Share this video with friends and family who might benefit from this knowledge. And of course, subscribe to Guru of Life for more mind-opening content on psychology and motivation. Let's dive right in. Narcissists are masters of manipulation, using a wide range of tactics to control and exploit others. Understanding these tactics is essential for protecting yourself from their harmful influence. Gaslighting, the art of distorting reality. Gaslighting is a psychological manipulation tactic employed by narcissists and manipulative individuals. It involves systematically distorting someone's perception of reality to make them doubt their thoughts, feelings, and memories. The term originates from a play and film called Gaslight, where a husband dims the gaslights and insists they haven't changed, causing his wife to question her sanity. In gaslighting, the manipulator uses techniques like denial, misdirection, and contradiction to undermine the victim's confidence and judgment. They may trivialize concerns, create false narratives, or blame the victim for imagined issues. This tactic is insidious, as it erodes the victim's self-trust and can lead to confusion, anxiety, and dependence on the gaslighter. Recognizing gaslighting is crucial for maintaining one's mental and emotional well-being and breaking free from the manipulative cycle. Playing the victim card is a manipulative strategy where an individual portrays themselves as the innocent, wronged party in various situations to gain sympathy, deflect blame, or manipulate others. This tactic involves presenting oneself as a victim of circumstances, exaggerating hardships, or fabricating injustices to elicit compassion and support from others. People who play the victim card often use emotional appeals and dramatic storytelling to cast themselves as helpless or unfairly treated. They may use phrases like "poor me" or "nobody understands" to garner attention and control situations. While some individuals may genuinely face adversity, playing the victim card is problematic when it's used as a habitual way to avoid responsibility or exploit others' kindness. It's essential to differentiate between genuine victimhood and manipulative behavior to maintain healthy relationships and boundaries. Love bombing, showering with excessive affection. Love bombing is a manipulative technique often used by narcissists or individuals with ulterior motives to gain control and affection from their targets. It involves overwhelming someone with excessive displays of affection, compliments, and attention in a short period. During the love bombing phase, the manipulator showers the victim with seemingly genuine affection, making them feel adored, valued, and special. This tactic is intended to create a powerful emotional connection and dependency. Victims may become enamored by the constant attention and praise, making them more vulnerable to manipulation down the line. Love bombing often serves as a means to gain trust and control over the victim, allowing the manipulator to exploit their emotions and needs. It's essential to recognize love bombing as a red flag in relationships and maintain a healthy level of skepticism to protect oneself from potential manipulation and abuse. Silent treatment, a form of emotional punishment. The silent treatment is a passive-aggressive form of emotional punishment used in interpersonal relationships. It involves one person intentionally refusing to communicate or engage with another, typically as a means of expressing disapproval, anger, or asserting control. During the silent treatment, the individual becomes emotionally distant and unresponsive, leaving the victim feeling isolated, hurt, and anxious. This tactic is emotionally manipulative because it inflicts psychological pain without direct confrontation or explanation. It often leaves the victim guessing about what they did wrong and can lead to self-doubt and insecurity. The person employing the silent treatment may use it to gain power in the relationship, or as a way to make the other person feel guilty and submissive. Recognizing this behavior is crucial to address communication issues in a healthy way and maintain respectful and open relationships. Projection, blaming others for their flaws. Projection is a psychological defense mechanism frequently employed by individuals, including narcissists, to avoid facing their own flaws, insecurities, or negative traits. When projecting, a person attributes their own undesirable characteristics, thoughts, or feelings onto others. They essentially project their issues onto someone else, blaming them for what they themselves are guilty of. For example, a person who is dishonest might constantly accuse others of lying. This serves to divert attention from their own shortcomings and create confusion or doubt in the minds of those around them. Projection can be harmful in relationships as it prevents self-awareness and personal growth. It can also be a manipulative tactic, as the person projecting often accuses others without evidence or justification. Recognizing projection is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and promoting self-reflection in those who use this defense mechanism. Triangulation, creating conflicts. Triangulation is a manipulative tactic used in relationships where one person, often a narcissist, introduces a third party or element into a situation to create conflicts, jealousy, or confusion among the people involved. The aim is to divert attention, gain control, or maintain power in the relationship. This third party can be a real person, an imaginary rival, or even an inanimate object. For instance, a narcissistic partner might constantly mention an attractive colleague to make their significant other feel insecure or provoke jealousy. By doing so, they create a sense of competition and emotional turmoil, which can keep the victim emotionally dependent on the manipulator. Triangulation can erode trust, sow discord, and lead to unnecessary conflicts in relationships. Recognizing this tactic is essential for individuals to maintain healthy and respectful connections with others and avoid falling prey to manipulation. Hoovering. The art of sucking you back and hoovering is a manipulative strategy employed by individuals, often narcissists, to re-establish control and re-engage with a person they've previously discarded or distanced themselves from. Named after the Hoover vacuum cleaner's ability to suck things back in, this tactic involves a sudden, intense effort to draw the victim back into the relationship or interaction. During the hoovering phase, the manipulator may shower the victim with attention, affection, and promises of change. They exploit the victim's emotions, nostalgia, or vulnerability to regain influence over them. This cycle of discarding and hoovering can be emotionally exhausting and confusing for the victim, as it keeps them trapped in a toxic relationship. Recognizing hoovering is crucial for maintaining healthy boundaries and protecting oneself from further emotional manipulation. It's essential to evaluate whether the person's intentions are genuine, or if they are merely seeking to exploit your emotions once again. Guilt tripping, making you feel responsible. Guilt tripping is a manipulative tactic used by individuals to make others feel responsible or culpable for something, often to get them to comply with their demands or desires. This tactic involves the deliberate effort to induce guilt in someone by emphasizing their perceived shortcomings, mistakes, or the potential negative consequences of their actions. Manipulators who employ guilt tripping may use phrases like, "If you cared about me, you would," or "You're letting me down." They play on the target's sense of empathy and desire to please, making them feel as if they're failing in their obligations or moral duties. Guilt tripping can be emotionally coercive, causing the victim to prioritize the manipulator's needs over their own. Recognizing this tactic is crucial for setting boundaries and maintaining emotional well-being in relationships. It's essential to differentiate between genuine concerns and attempts to exploit guilt for manipulation. Isolation, cutting off your support system. Isolation is a manipulative tactic used by individuals, especially narcissists, to control and dominate someone by severing their connections with friends, family, or any support system. This isolating behavior is designed to make the victim entirely reliant on the manipulator, thereby increasing the manipulator's influence and power. The manipulator achieves isolation by creating a rift between the victim and their support network. They may spread false information, sow discord, or discourage the victim from spending time with loved ones. The ultimate goal is to make the victim feel alone, helpless, and dependent on the manipulator for emotional, financial, or social support. Recognizing isolation is crucial for maintaining one's autonomy and well-being. Reconnecting with a support system and seeking help from friends or professionals is often necessary to break free from this manipulation and regain a sense of self and independence. Selective amnesia, convenient memory loss. Selective amnesia, often referred to as convenient memory loss, is a manipulative tactic where an individual intentionally forgets or denies certain events, actions, or promises to evade responsibility or accountability. This tactic allows them to avoid acknowledging their mistakes, faults, or commitments, protecting their self-image and preventing potential consequences. Manipulators using selective amnesia may conveniently forget agreements, conversations, or past behaviors when confronted with evidence that could incriminate them. By doing so, they create confusion and doubt in the minds of those around them, making it challenging to hold them accountable for their actions. Recognizing selective amnesia is essential for identifying manipulative behavior in relationships and situations. It's crucial to document conversations and agreements when dealing with individuals prone to this tactic, enabling you to maintain clarity and hold them responsible for their actions. Smear campaigns, destroying your reputation. A smear campaign is a malicious and manipulative strategy aimed at tarnishing someone's reputation or credibility. In this tactic, an individual or a group systematically spreads false information, rumors, or negative narratives about their target with the intent of damaging their social standing, personal relationships, or professional prospects. Smear campaigns often involve exaggerating the target's flaws, fabricating stories, or taking statements or actions out of context. These attacks can be both personal and public, utilizing various mediums such as gossip, social media, or even anonymous sources. The goal of a smear campaign is to undermine the target's credibility and isolate them from support networks. Recognizing this tactic is essential for individuals to protect their reputation and well-being. Addressing false accusations with facts and seeking support from trustworthy individuals can help mitigate the damage caused by such campaigns. Stonewalling, refusing to communicate. Stonewalling is a behavior characterized by an individual's deliberate refusal to engage in communication or dialogue, often as a defensive or manipulative tactic. In interpersonal relationships, particularly during conflicts, one person may stonewall by shutting down emotionally and giving their partner the silent treatment. This tactic aims to gain control over the conversation or situation by evading discussion and avoiding accountability. It can leave the other person frustrated, hurt, and unable to resolve issues or reach a mutual understanding. Stonewalling hinders effective communication and can escalate conflicts. It is vital to recognize this behavior in relationships and address it constructively, as it often signifies underlying issues that need attention. Open and respectful communication is essential for resolving conflicts and maintaining healthy relationships, making stonewalling a counterproductive strategy in the long run. Narcissistic rage, explosive outbursts. Narcissistic rage refers to intense and explosive outbursts of anger or aggression exhibited by individuals with narcissistic traits, often in response to perceived threats to their inflated self-image or fragile ego. When their sense of superiority or entitlement is challenged or when they face criticism or rejection, narcissists can react with a level of rage that is disproportionate to the situation. These outbursts can manifest verbally or physically, and may include shouting, insults, threats, or even violent actions. Narcissistic rage is a means for the individual to reassert dominance, control, and superiority over others, attempting to regain their perceived position of power. Recognizing narcissistic rage is crucial for maintaining one's safety and emotional well-being in relationships. Setting boundaries, seeking support, and distancing oneself from volatile individuals are essential steps when dealing with this challenging behavior. Discarding, disposing of you. When you're no longer useful. Discarding, in the context of manipulative relationships, refers to the act of abruptly and callously severing ties or ending a relationship when the manipulator no longer finds the target useful or beneficial to them. This tactic is commonly employed by individuals with narcissistic tendencies. When they no longer see value in the victim, they discard them like an object, showing little to no empathy or consideration for the other person's feelings. The manipulator may discard their victim emotionally, physically, or both, leaving the individual feeling abandoned, hurt, and often confused. This tactic is a stark illustration of the manipulator's self-centeredness and lack of genuine care for others. Recognizing discarding behavior is crucial for protecting one's emotional well-being and self-esteem. Building resilience and seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can help individuals heal from the emotional wounds inflicted by such manipulative relationships. Devaluation, diminishing your self-worth. Devaluation is a manipulative tactic employed by narcissists and individuals with controlling tendencies to diminish someone's self-worth and confidence. This tactic involves a systematic and hurtful process of belittling, criticizing, and undermining the victim's value and capabilities. During devaluation, the manipulator often portrays the victim as inadequate, worthless, or inferior, eroding their self-esteem and self-belief. This can be done through insults, mocking, gaslighting, or withholding affection and validation. The manipulator's objective is to maintain dominance and control over the victim by keeping them emotionally vulnerable and dependent. Victims of devaluation may experience a profound sense of inadequacy and insecurity, making it difficult for them to assert themselves or leave the manipulative relationship. Recognizing devaluation is essential for victims to break free from this toxic cycle, rebuild their self-esteem, and establish healthy boundaries in relationships. Conclusion. Recognizing these manipulative tactics is the first step to protect yourself from narcissists. Establish boundaries, seek support, and prioritize your mental well-being.